What is wrong with people who watch TikTok? Anyone who watched TikTok in decrease in intelligence. TikTok is the reason society's getting dumber than friggin' last time. Coach Greg, and have you ever wondered how much Tren can increase your bench press? Well, in today's video, we're going to find out.
Have you ever wondered how much Tren will increase your bench press? Well, I tried it, and the results might shock you.
And so rather than you putting your life on the line, he decided to do it for you. And so how much exactly is his bench press going to go up from taking Tren? And so the first thing you need to consider is how long have you trained? If you've never trained before and you decide to take Tren, obviously you're going to increase your bench press dramatically. But if you've already been training for years, you've maxed out your bench, you have no more gains left in the tank, the way I did before I began taking steroids, you're obviously not going to improve as much. And so the guy's only 19 years of age, very tall, can bench press a whooping 135 pounds. But listen, 135 pounds at that age, when you're that tall, without a lot of muscle, it's actually not very bad.
This is me week 1 benching 145 pounds.
After 1 week of training, his bench press has already gone up 10 pounds. But when you're a newbie lifter and you're this age, you might in fact have been able to go up by 10 pounds regardless. Another important factor is rather than thinking how many pounds more you can bench by adding in Tren, or frankly any steroid for that matter, it's how much of a percentage will it increase. If you first join the gym and can only bench press 100 versus someone who first joins the gym and bench presses 200, that person is more likely to gain a lot more on their bench press. But the percentage is going to be similar. Just think of it. Going from 100 pounds to 110 is a 10% gain. That's a lot. But going from 200 to 210, it's only 5%. A lot less.
And here's me 2 days later easily hitting 155 pounds. On week 2, I decided to try 175. It was a little bit of a struggle, but we got it.
2 days later, guys bench pressing 155 pounds, and after 2 weeks, 175 pounds. That's an increase of already 40 pounds. And so in 2 weeks, his bench press has gone up 40 pounds. That's a 30% increase. And remember, it's only 2 weeks. To make that kind of a difference in your bench press, even if you're untrained, you would have to put on a ton of size. And if you look at the guy, does he look like he's gained a bunch of weight? Does it look like he's put on 10 or 15 pounds of muscle? Or even fat or water? But let's go along with that. And so let's see, what does he bench on week 3?
Here is the last week of the cycle, week 3. Finally joined the 200-pound club on bench press.
And so on week 3, he's benching 205. That's 70 pounds more. That's over a 50% improvement in your bench press.
Let me know if you guys think I should keep going, if I should hop off the cycle, or I should try to hit 2 plates.
Now, this is the funny part. Many of you actually believe that he made these gains. You actually were fooled by this. You guys think that this guy's actually on Tren. You actually think that he's being serious. I'm going through the comment section expecting everyone to say, this is hilarious, a funny skit. Imagine people thinking you can actually improve your bench press 70 pounds in 3 weeks. And so it's sad to see that people actually believe this guy, that he took Tren and then he made all these gains. No wonder people want to use steroids. No wonder people want to use Tren. They actually expect that it's going to make this big a difference. Not even close. For a guy to go up 50% on his bench press by using Tren, it's not going to happen. If he was lucky, he may have been able to go up that much in 3 months, not 3 weeks. It's absolutely ridiculous. To get that much stronger, you're not going to do so at the same weight. You have to put on a ton of size. Some is going to be fat and water, of course, but you also need to add a ton of muscle. And although Tren makes it easier, it's not going to give you these kind of gains. Hopping on Tren before having proper bench form is crazy. Well, absolutely. That's a great comment. You don't want to hop on Tren, something that is that dangerous, before you at least know how to work out. Taking Tren, SARMs, or any steroid is not something that any beginner should ever consider. Imagine needing Tren to get past 135, skull face. Now here's the problem. A lot of people will in fact struggle to get past 135. Not everyone has amazing genetics. Some people have the opposite of amazing genetics. Ultra shitty, horrible, awful genetics. The kind of genetics that you're glad you don't have. But for them, a 135 bench press, it's actually a lot. And they might in fact not be able to do so. Men on average are a lot stronger than women. But some women are stronger than men. And for most women, benching 135 pounds, something they're never going to achieve. You do in fact need to have respectably good genetics as a female to bench 135. And so let's exaggerate this. Let's say 225. Many of you are thinking any guy, no matter how bad their genetics are, if they train hard for perhaps 5 years, they'll eventually bench press 225. It's not true in the slightest. The average person who watches Coach Greg can only bench press about 230. Average, that means about 50% of people out there watching Coach Greg training in the gym for years only can bench 230. So if you can't bench 225, don't feel inferior. You're about average. You're close to what the norm is for someone who's been training about 5 years. Bro, it's crazy when you put in all this work just for someone to hop on Tren right away and catch up to you. And so think of it. This guy's benching 205 and he watches this kid who hopped on Tren and in 3 weeks he's benching as much as him. He's thinking, why did I work so hard when this guy could do it in 3 weeks by taking Tren? It was a joke. He can't actually bench press 205. He never took Tren and he can't bench 205. So don't feel bad about it just because this guy is pretending to bench press as much as you. Watching someone on 3 weeks of Tren catch up to my year of lifting is humbling. It was a joke. You guys fell for this? What is wrong with people who watch TikTok? Anyone who watched TikTok in decrease in intelligence. TikTok is the reason society's getting dumber than freaking last time. And think of it, I had a TikTok account trying to teach people. What do? They block me. They cancel me. Coach Greg, you're not allowed to explain to people what's going on. So people actually think that anyone on Tren, steroids, and so on, they're going to have an amazing physique. They're going to be ultra strong. Even with anabolic steroids, performance-enhancing drugs, Tren, you name it, if you have a shitty genetics, you're not going to look amazing. You're not going to be strong. And so I'm not here to say they don't work. I'm here to say they don't work as well or as amazing as you think. If you don't have great genetics, you don't have a lot of size, you don't have a lot of strength, and you hop on steroids, you're not going to suddenly turn into the ultimate warrior. It doesn't work like that. Using gear to look below average. Listen, the majority of people who are taking steroids, you would never know it. And so why are they taking it? Because they want to, in fact, look average. Please have realistic goals when you train in the gym, and taking Tren not going to suddenly transform you into the Tren twins. They're not even on Trens. Look at the Tren twins. They are not on Tren. Bro did all that just to bench 205. Just to bench 205, as if a 205 bench at that guy's height and weight is an impressive bench. Now listen, I'm not trying to encourage people to take steroids or to take Tren or anything, but to say that a 205-pound bench is not impressive, why would people say that? Just because you're training for something or trying to better yourself doesn't mean you need to be the best at the world at it. Let's say you're 400 pounds and you go on a diet. You diet really hard for an entire year. And instead of 400, you're now 360. Should people say, oh, you did an entire year diet all to just lose 40 pounds? What's the point? Other people would have lost 100. It wasn't even worth it. Tell that to the guy who's 400 who just lost 40 pounds. 40 pounds makes a major difference. That's a 10% decrease in body weight. Going to see significantly increased health levels. And yeah, although it's still obese, it's still a lot better. Remember our friend Brentley G? He was over 570 pounds. He's now under 470. Many people criticizing him. Oh, he's been dieting for over a year and he only lost 100 pounds. It's not worth it. He should have lost way more than that. Why did the guy just give up? Why would anyone say that? It's moronic. It doesn't make sense. If you can improve at something and you do it and you make the improvement, how can you not celebrate these improvements? And so if you go from a 135-pound bench and you train for 10 years and you get it up to only 205, it's still 205. It's still amazing. It's a lot better than the 135 pounds you did. And so why not just keep doing it, keep trying, try to be the best version of yourself. Tren looking real good right now. This video got over 2 million views. Many people think this is real. And so when you make a video where you say Tren helped your bench press go up 70 pounds in 3 weeks, a lot of people are going to say, wow, that is incredible. That is in fact the answer. And so despite the fact that this guy made this for comedy, what he's actually doing is promoting the use of anabolic steroids, namely Tren. You're not allowed to in fact glorify steroids on YouTube. Now remember, this is TikTok, but you're not permitted to say this drug, which is in fact banned in most countries, to say, hey, if you take it, it's going to make your bench press go up through the roof. 135 to 205 in 3 weeks, a 50% improvement. That is a lot. If I was a young kid, a teenager, and I watched this video and I actually thought it was real, I would be tempted to take Tren. Wow, that's pretty incredible. I don't see a bunch of acne. I don't see any negative side effects. Basically, I just see a guy improve his bench press dramatically. And so if you have a weak bench or you don't have an amazing physique, you might be very tempted right now thinking, maybe I will do Tren. And if not Tren, I'll do something else. Maybe it's not Tren. Maybe I'll take steroids. Maybe I'll take SARMs. We should make a rule that you can only take Tren when you can hit 225. See, the problem is people think that if you're really good at something, that it gives you an excuse to take Tren. Oftentimes people will say, yeah, it's okay to use steroids if you're a bodybuilder. Then it makes sense. But if you're not competing, you shouldn't use it. I think that's ridiculous. I think everyone has an equal right to say yes or to say no. Just because you have amazing genetics and look amazing, should you then take steroids because you look amazing? Or should you say, I already look amazing, I don't need to take it? And in comparison, somebody that's been training for 5 years and they can't bench press even 160 pounds and they have no muscle to show for it, maybe they're more tempted thinking, well, I've been working my ass off. I have horrible genetics. I just want to look average and I can't without steroids. So I'm more tempted. Which one has more rights to take steroids? To me, they're the same. Tren doesn't work that fast, my boy. It takes 3 weeks to start seeing results. And the cycle's around 10, 12, or 16 weeks. First off, it depends on what kind of Tren you're taking. Most people are taking Tren acetate or Tren Ace. This kicks in right away. The first time I used Tren, I literally injected it, and later that day, I could feel it. Tren Ace has a very short half-life, and you're supposed to inject it every day. You're not supposed to inject it infrequently because you want to have stable blood levels. Not that you should do it, but you should know if you did in fact decide to use it, and it was in fact Tren acetate, you would begin to feel the immediate effects on day 1. Also, I've never taken Tren for longer than 8 weeks. To me, that is the maximum time anyone should ever take Tren because it's that extreme and that dangerous. And remember, I am an IFBB pro bodybuilder, never took Tren more than 8 weeks. And so when somebody writes you should take Tren for 10, 12, or 16 weeks, that's ridiculous. It's a very dangerous drug. You shouldn't take it for extended periods of time. Remember, I've coached thousands of athletes. I once had a guy who was taking very high doses of Tren for 2 straight years. And in looking at their blood work, all I could do was try to convince them to stop. Like, if you continue to do this, you most likely are going to die in a matter of months and or years. Not decades, months and or years. People get carried away. They can't stop. They get addicted to the gains. And when you stop taking Tren, what do you think happens to that muscle? To all that muscle you gain? It's going to lose it. You're going to go back down. You're going to hate your body, get body dysmorphia. You're going to want to go back on. So I caution you, do not take Tren. The improvement wasn't from the Tren. It was from learning how to bench. You guys actually think he just improved his bench press by 70 pounds based on form? This was just a skit. He didn't improve his bench press. He probably did all those lifts on the same exact day. He's pretending he doesn't know how to bench at the start. He's getting his ass way up in the air. And at the end, he's bench pressing it with better technique, with his butt on the bench. And so for me, the saddest part of this video is the people who actually thought it was real, that Tren could benefit you by that much, that in only 3 weeks you can improve your bench by 50% just from taking Tren. The harsh reality, it's not going to help as much as you think. The side effects are worse than you think. And if you decide to use it and you stop, you're going to realize just how quickly your gains go back down, very easily going to get addicted, and possibly develop muscle dysmorphia. Your natural hormone production is going to be way down. You could possibly need to go on HRT for the rest of your life. And so ask yourself, is it really worth it? And so instead of looking for Tren, why not try natural supplements that can actually help in the real world that are not dangerous? Acti Builder and GO2 Max by Harder Than Last Time. Click the link in the description, 10% off. Can help you to build muscle, improve your cardiovascular performance, have more energy, better recovery. You want something natural to help you increase your gains? Click the link in the description, code Greg, 10% off. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algo. Don't forget to watch one of those 2 bloops. And of course, you can purchase my cookbooks, the training books, coaching plans by me and my team, my Circle diet book, it's my life work, how to lose weight and keep it off for the rest of your life, and the Harder Than Last Time clothing line, hoodies, shirts, shorts, jogging pants, so much more. Head over to the website, code Greg, 10% off, and we're now on Amazon. And until next time, I am out.